Anita told me she was going to pick up her child from school and she would return soon. I was left alone. I kept crying. I felt really bad. I felt I had destroyed the trust my husband had for me. The next day, I felt stronger, but I couldn't deal with the guilt of what happened. So I decided that I would leave the hospital. As I was trying to, the nurses and the doctors came to stop me. They said I wasn't strong to start moving around, but I was stubborn. I insisted that I would leave. Suddenly, Anita came in. Briella, what are you doing? Are you going crazy? You can't be doing this, please. Look at the food I kept for you. You haven't touched it, and you are here causing trouble. I replied, yes, I am crazy, Anita. What am I even doing here? Everything is going bad, and I am still here. Anita, allow me, please. I am tired. I just want to get out of here, please. Or allow me. I just need to be out of here. I am tired. Or just let me die. Briella, I am sorry. I am very sorry. I shouldn't have called you crazy. Please forgive me. Anita said this, and she immediately hugged me. After a while, the doctor came in. He said there were traces of some toxic substance in my blood, which could be a result of what I drank. That also affected my memory, and that was why I couldn't remember a thing. He said medications have been given to me, and I will still be on some till I become stable. We stayed there for 3 more days. At that time, I lost patience. When the doctor came in to check on me, I shouted at him and said, what are you even doing? Why are you still keeping me here? Can you please discharge me? He answered, Madam, your case is a serious one. Yes, you are recovering, but you still need to be here for some days. I got furious and said, you will discharge me today. If you don't, I will walk out of this hospital, and you dare not stop me. He left quietly and went to inform Anita of what I was planning to do. After 2 hours, I got up and tried to leave the hospital. Again, they stopped me. After some minutes, Anita walked in. She said to me, why are you doing this again? I replied, Anita, I can't be here. Not for this long. My husband hasn't paid me a visit, and you want me to still be here? At that point, Anita went to speak to the doctor to allow me go. She promised she will watch over me and ensure I take my drugs. We now left the hospital. I told her to drive straight to my house. When we got there, the gate man didn't allow us enter. He said he was acting under instructions. Bello, 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 please allow me enter. I am your madam, remember. I need to see my kids. What is all this? He was stubborn. He insisted I called my husband to give him the order to allow me in. Well, I knew he won't pick up my calls, so I sat in front of the gate. Anita said she was thirsty. She left for the nearby supermarket to buy water. As I was waiting, my husband drove out. I rushed in front of the car. Where the hell are you going to? I have been out here waiting and knocking, and you know it's me. You still didn't want to allow me in. Am I that bad to you? I mean nothing to you, right? He came out of his car and said, Briella, I have a flight to catch up. If you came here because of me, then I am not available. It is because of your kids. They have someone taking care of them now, so you can leave from here. I was sad. I replied, this is not fair, and you know I will never do a thing like that. I swear to you, I don't know who that guy is. Please, believe me. I only went for Chioma's birthday party and found myself there. He was angry. He said, "Really? You went for a party? Did you tell me you were going there? Worst of it, in that outfit that made you look like a slut. I was ashamed when someone sent me a picture of you having fun at that time of the night. You disgust me, Briella." He went into his car and left me there standing like a fool. As he drove off, Anita was walking back. She rushed towards me and said, "Was that not your husband? Didn't he know you want to go into the house?" I replied to her, "Anita, he's really furious with me." Anita became very angry. She picked up her phone and dialed his number. "Felix, are you okay? What kind of a husband are you? Didn't you see your wife wearing a cannula? She has been sick all this while. Are you not aware?" He said to her, "I thought you had something important to tell me. Obviously, it's not." He hung up the call. Anita and I left for her house. She consoled me and told me that everything will be fine, but we need to get to the root of this mess. The next morning, I followed Anita to her boutique. We decided we would invite Chioma for a brief talk. When Chioma came in, she immediately hugged me. She said, "Oh, my baby, I have missed you. Where have you been?" I replied, "Really? Chioma, didn't you know I have been in the hospital? I was hospitalized." She replied, "No, I know nothing about it. No one told me." "What exactly is the problem? Are you pregnant again?" I went straight to the point. "Chioma, what did you give me to drink the other night?" She said, "Just a glass of wine." I asked her again, "Did you just give me a glass of wine, or you put something in it?" She felt guilty and said, "What kind of question is this? Is that why you called me here?" She sighed and wanted to walk out. I rushed her in anger. "Chioma, are you okay? If you don't tell me what you did to me last night or the other night, I will make sure I call the police to arrest you for attempted murder." LOL. Someone had to confess. I had to scare her that way. Immediately, she got scared. She said, "Murder? Ah, Briella, I did not want to kill you. I was only acting under instructions. Desmond, your husband's best friend, asked me to do it. He gave me 5 million to make you pass out after you have had the drink. I swear, I had no intentions of killing you." Wow. Can you imagine? One of my best friends is selling me out for 5 million. It means she can actually accept an offer to kill me. I was angry, but I was still confused. Desmond? Why would Desmond want me to pass out? I then told Chioma to leave before I hurt her. Well, she ran out in fear. On the other side, my husband was spending so much time with his best friend, Desmond. He obviously missed me. He started drinking a lot. I guess he was depressed. "Felix, why the hell are you torturing yourself? It's not like you did not know your wife will someday cheat on you. I mean, she's beautiful. Most men will always have eyes for her. So stop worrying. Maybe you should divorce her and remarry." It was Desmond talking to my husband. Felix replied, "I don't even want to go there. I am not drinking because of anybody. I am drinking because I want to be happy." Can you imagine? She had the guts to come to the house. Does she think I miss her? I gave her everything she wanted: money, time, love, attention. What else do women want? Desmond, please tell me. Felix started crying. Oh, really? Men cry? I thought men are hardened. Nothing breaks them down. Well, someone just did. Desmond replied, Wait, are you crying because of a woman? Oh, please, don't do this. Felix was sad. He left him there. The next morning, I went to Desmond's house. I wanted to confront him, to know why he did what he did to me. When I got there, I saw my husband. Immediately he saw me, he left the house. I guess he thought I came to beg his friend to talk to him. But this time, I came for his friend. Just before he left, I approached him. Hello, how are you doing? You look pale. Well, he snapped me and walked away. I went straight to Desmond. How are you doing? He smiled. I am fine, Briella. How are you feeling? You don't look happy. I replied, How can I be happy? Why did you do what you did to me? He replied, What do you mean? Don't play games with me. Shama told me everything. Then he laughed in an annoying way. I shouted in anger, What did Felix do to you? He made you who you are today. You had no job or the requirements to be where you are, but he put you there. He got you a house, and this is how you obey him? Briella, you amaze me at times. What are you still doing with Felix? Don't you know he doesn't really love you? He just needs you to have kids for him. Very soon, he will kick you out and remarry. I then told him, Well, I know Felix very well. He's just angry with me. Very soon, he will come around. He laughed again. You think so? Well, before you came, Felix and I had a discussion. He even called the lawyer to start the divorce process. Briella, leave him alone. There are people that will appreciate you more. And who are those people? I asked him. He then said, Why did it take you so long to realize I love you so much? This sounded funny, but it wasn't. Are you joking or something? I asked him. He then drew closer to me while I was stepping backwards. Briella, I love you. I would do anything to have you by my side. Someone is definitely going crazy. I was scared. He kept smiling sheepishly, with no remorse. I pushed him away and tried to run. Then my bag fell off, and what it contained dropped on the floor. When I was hospitalized, I found out I was few weeks pregnant. And one of the things that dropped off my bag was my test results. Funny enough, I did not see it. So I rushed back and picked up my bag and then said to him, Whatever is wrong with you, you'd better get it off your mind. And I left. When I got home, I started looking for my test results, but I could not find it. Do you know the crazy thing Desmond did? Desmond picked up my test results and went to show Felix. He told him I came to his house to tell him that I was pregnant for someone else and was confused on what to do. Also, he told him that I said I wanted him to keep it a secret and he should help me beg Felix to accept me back. He said, I told you women are not to be trusted. Your wife came to tell me she's pregnant and the baby is not yours. And that I should beg you to accept her so that it will look like it's yours. You know you are my friend. I can't keep such away from you. He told him, If you doubt me, here is a test result. I have told you to divorce her. Why are you wasting time? The situation was taking another form. Felix got more furious. He immediately took out his phone and called his lawyer. His hands were shaking while he spoke to him. Desmond knew he had pushed him to do what he has always wanted him to do. He smiled while Felix told our family lawyer to start the divorce process. So I went to my house again. This time, the gates were open and I met Felix. Immediately he saw me. He shouted, "What have you come here to do? I heard you're carrying a bastard. Please, I do not want to see your face. Can you leave from here?" I was shocked. I wondered how he found out I was pregnant. Then I remembered I was looking for my test results. It then dawned on me that Desmond was behind all this. So I quietly left. All this while, I stayed with Anita's family. I really missed my own family, and I knew I shouldn't stay there for a very long time. So I decided to set a trap for Desmond, and this was the plan. I knew Felix's company very well, so I decided to work with the guy in charge of the CCTV and sound system of the company. Someone had to be bribed, so I paid him 2 million to connect all the speakers in the company to Desmond's office. That day, I wore a very seductive dress. Then I walked into Desmond's office. He was with a client. I then told him I had something urgent to tell him. He asked the client to wait for him outside. I took out my phone and started a live stream of what was happening in the office. I told Anita to call the police as she was coming. I now sat on his legs, so we started talking. "Desmond, what do you really want from me?" This time, I had him lusting after me. He replied, "Briella, Briella, oh Briella, you look so gorgeous. You don't deserve this thing you're getting from that so-called man you call your husband. I just want to have you alone to myself." Everyone was listening to the conversation. My husband was with his phone, so he joined the live stream, only to see me sitting on his friend's laps. I made him confess all he did to me, including the party incident. Everyone listened and watched him talk. "Briella, your husband is so dumb. He sees me as his brother, but he doesn't know I don't like him a bit. All I ever wanted in life came to him. He got all. Rather, he gave me peanuts. Well, this time, I will have you and have all his assets." I replied, "But you know I'm pregnant for him now." He then said, "Who cares? If you want, you can keep it. If not, terminate it and have mine." Felix was shocked, confused, and anxious. He never saw this coming. We were on the 4th floor, while Felix was on the ground floor. All I wanted was for Felix to realize who his friend is, and for him to know the truth. Before I knew it, Desmond stood up, went straight to the door, and started pulling off his dress. I got scared. God, this plan wants to backfire on me. I knew he may try to rape me. That was why I told Anita to come with the police. But where is Anita? She's not even close. I became confused. Desmond drew closer to me while I was stepping backwards. He now said to me, "Don't be scared. I won't hurt you. I will be gentle." Oh my God, what have I done to myself? True friendship stands the test of time. The bonds only shake, but they don't break. Immediately, Felix got up from his chair. He knew he was about to be raped. He ran out and got into the lift. Suddenly, Desmond tore my dress. He grabbed me forcefully. I now started saying, "Desmond, please, don't do this. I am not ready for this. I still love my husband, please." He then said, "Really? So you are playing with my emotions? Well, it's not my fault. You came to me, now I will have you." He threw me on the table and got on top of me. I was struggling with him. Finally, Felix opened the door. I guess he had a spare key. He rushed Desmond and started beating him. "How dare you, Desmond? So you have been the person behind all this. You even tried to rape my wife. Today I will kill you." Out of anger, he picked up an iron rod and wanted to hit Desmond with it. I then shouted, "Felix, stop! What do you want to do? Do you want to commit murder? Have you forgotten you have kids waiting for you? Do you want to ruin your career? Do you want to turn me into a widow?" I was crying. Immediately he heard this voice. He dropped the rod. The police had arrived with Anita and Choma. The workers stood outside watching the scene. So Felix got up and told the police to arrest him for attempting to rape me. I mean, Desmond. So they took him away. Then Felix came towards me. He pulled off his shirt and gave me to wear. He now said to me, "Briella, I am sorry for not listening to you. I'm sorry for doubting your fidelity towards me. I knew I wasn't a good husband all this while, but I promise not to allow this happen again, and I will not allow anyone coming between us. Briella, forgive me, please." So we hugged, and then he knelt down. I was confused. Why is he kneeling down? What does he want to do? Does he want to propose again? Felix brought out another ring. "Briella, will you be my wife again?" I smiled and I said yes again. We reconciled and went home. My live stream was still on. Guess what? I had over 3 million views that day. The first time ever. The end of my story.